and watch the step cook.
You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, you know I got to let y'all know about the Hurt Season merch, the 22 Birds shirts, all them graphic designs, you know what I mean? Look, crisp. That's how we bringing it, man. We still gonna carry it all some of the same way. Make sure you tap in with Big Print Champs. You know what I'm saying? And get your shine on, man. Grab something, man. Use code 22birds at checkout. Get free shipping, all that good stuff. Let's get into the meat and potatoes with this one, because it's a lot of, interesting developments that's going on right now in terms of, what we can do in free agency, who we didn't sign, who's going to be a free agent for the Philadelphia Eagles. Players are talking, players are expressing that they want to be here, and we got some holes to fill, man. And I think it would behoove us to, keep as many of these guys as possible. So let's talk about it, man. The Eagles have several key players they could bring back. And though it appears they are waiting for markets to develop before reacting, some around the league believe they made strong effort to re-sign safety Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who appears set to hit the free open market. That could also open the door to bring back James Bradbury or another player. So, just because we didn't franchise tag some of these guys, or just because we don't have a deal in place or wasn't as quick and fast to get done as, say, a homegrown guy like Brandon Graham, that doesn't mean that the possibility is just null and void. Nobody's gone until they're gone. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's gone until they're gone. You know what I mean? I didn't think Jalen Ramsey was going to move, but he's moved to the Miami Dolphins, so nobody's gone until they're gone. So we just got to see what Howie Roseman got up his sleeve, man. You never know, man. And it's a smart tactic by Howie Roseman to see what the market is for Gardner-Johnson. I think it's somewhere around $13 million a year. But, he's looking to get like a 4 or 5 year deal, though, at that number. So we got to see what the market is for Gardner-Johnson. You know what I mean? We got to see how we can help him, or how it would benefit a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to even stick around any longer, you know what I mean, based upon the work that he put in last year. So like I said, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? The Philadelphia Eagles got to be all for it, but letting Gardner-Johnson go would be the biggest mistake of this offseason, in my opinion, man. Slay on this podcast, man. He said, I do want to finish my career with the Eagles. You know what I mean? It was never a question that was the case for Darius Slay, in my opinion. You know what I mean? At the age that Darius Slay is at, or Big Play Slay is at, it just makes sense for him to want to finish this thing up in Philly. You know what I'm saying? He still got a lot left in the tank. There was some confusion last week. People saying that Slay requested a trade, although the team gave Slay's agent permission to find the trade. You know what I mean? It was some confusion there. You know what I mean? Slay got a big number on the cap. We can restructure Slay. We can extend Slay. I think Slay's situation is fairly easy to rectify. You know what I'm saying? If you Howie Roseman in the front office. You know what I mean? I don't think you got to lose any sleep over the Darius Slay thing, because you can extend Slay and save like $13 million or $12 million alone. You know what I'm saying? By doing that with Darius Slay. So I'm not really worried about it, man. John Clark also reports that he's told the Eagles really want to re-sign Gardner-Johnson. Makes sense. The Birds have made a strong offer to do that, according to Jay Fowler at ESPN. We'll see what the market says tomorrow when free agents can start talking to teams. So it just makes sense, man. You know what I mean? A lot of things make sense. You don't really hear about TJ Edwards and Kaiser White right now in terms of free agency, if we're going to bring them back or not, because I don't think we're going to bring them back. I think we're going to outsource, you know what I mean, a free agent from the linebacking. Listen, the linebacking core is deep right now in terms of free agency, man. Let's go over the list of guys right now. The free agent LB market is loaded. Tremaine Edmonds, Bobby Wagner, Levante David. That's one of my guys that I would like. David Long. I like David Long too. Eric Kendricks. I like Eric Kendricks. Bobby Akere, TJ Edwards. Probably not bringing him back. Jermaine Pratt, Drew Tranquil, Leighton Vander Esch, Aziel Shire, Rashawn Evans, Kadeem Ellis, Quan Alexander, Devin Bush. You know what I mean? Alex Azalone, Kazir White, and many, many more. So, you could change it up. You know what I mean? You give your defensive coordinator the opportunity to get the guy that best fits his scheme, and it's out there, man. If you want to go get it, it's out there. Everybody going to circle in Bobby Wagner, including myself, but it's a lot of talent to pick from in terms of free agency if you want to, retool the linebacking group for the Philadelphia Eagles on the defensive side of the ball. The Panthers moved up, man. The Panthers moved up to the number 1 spot, and, that's kind of good news for the Philadelphia Eagles if you ask me. A lot of people suspected that the Chicago Bears would switch spots with somebody, but the Bears got a complete haul this Friday afternoon with sending DJ Moore over there and moving down to the 9th spot. It's good news for the Philadelphia Eagles because the more QB needy teams that move ahead of 10, you know what I'm saying? At the top half of 10, the more guys are going to slide down to the bottom half in the 10th spot in the draft. So Carolina's projected to take a quarterback, probably Bryce Young. Texans projected to take a quarterback, CJ Stroud probably. The Cardinals, they're not looking at a quarterback, so they would take, best player available, not a quarterback. Will Anderson, likely there. The Colts need a quarterback, Anthony Richards. Number 5, Seattle don't really need a quarterback, so I can see them getting Jalen Carter there. The Lions don't need a quarterback. A lot of people got them picking Christian Gonzalez. That would hurt me. I really want Christian Gonzalez. Raiders need a quarterback. Will Levi. Falcons, a lot of people got them projected to take an edge. Maybe Lamar will go there, so they won't need a quarterback. They'll take best player available. The Bears, of course, they don't need a quarterback. They traded out of their spot. They're going offensive line for sure. And that leaves us at 10. So, if it all falls that way, the Philadelphia Eagles could be looking at Devin Witherspoon. You know what I mean? Could be looking at Devin Witherspoon. You know what I mean? We'll be able to pick what we want from that spot. You know what I mean? If we're the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm not really mad at it, man. I'm not mad at it. All we got to do is stay put at 10, and we can get somebody to contribute from day one. You know what I mean? I did a little mock draft, man. So at 10, I took Devin Witherspoon. At 30, Nolan Smith was still there. Give me Dolan. Give me Nolan Smith. At 62, Nathaniel Dell was still there, so I took him. I don't even really know much about this running back. I just feel like we needed one. He was the best guy available. Dwayne McBride, you see I got a poor grade for that one. Linebacker, fair grade. And a guard, Anthony Bradford. A lot of people suspect that we need a guard this year with the shuffling around of the line, say Malu being a free agent. But a lot of people probably not factoring in that, our backup center is probably going to slide into that position because, he is a high draft pick and we got to get him on the field as well, along with Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean. So, am I worried about free agency? You got to take it with a grain of salt because you can lose guys. It is free agency. You know what I mean? Nothing is set in stone. Anything can happen. But at the same time, I feel like free agency is where, Howie Roseman can make his money there too as well. Don't forget, that's where we got Hassan Reddick from. Bradbury. We had our way in free agency, We had our way in free agency last year. So, you know what I mean? The same thing could possibly happen, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.